County ATC today. We're here in our welding shop, and Greene County was part of the Work Ready Skills Initiative grant. We received about $1.5 million in funding. This project was about $1.5 million, and through that, we received a lot of new equipment here in our welding shop for our welding program. We feel like we've got the top of the line as far as our welding program. We've got a great instructor. Every year we send out great students, and these students are going straight to work. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And with me I have Mr. Thomas, Mr. Stephen Thomas. He's our welding instructor. We feel like he's the best in the state. He does a great job for us, and he's going to talk a little bit about his program here to start with.
As Mr. Ryan said, my name is Stephen Thomas. I'm the welding instructor here at Greene County ATC. This is my 6th year teaching. Before the Work Ready Skills grant, we had basic equipment to teach MIG welding, stick welding, oxy-fuel cutting, plasma cutting. But now with the grant, we're going to be able to offer robotics for our students, CNC plasma cutting. And we've got some other additional equipment to help make our students more employable in the workforce upon graduation.
And now we're going to let each of the students introduce themselves. And all three of these students are 2018 graduates of Greene County, and they're all graduates here of this welding program. And they're going to introduce themselves first, and then we're going to ask them a few questions about the experiences they've had here.
My name's Ezra Corning.
I'm Cody Larimore.
And I'm Mike Montgomery.
And I want each of the three of you to just comment just a little bit about the training that you received here in this welding program.
Well, it was a privilege to take 4 years of my life in this school. I had a lot of fun up here. I learned a lot. I use it every day.
Like Ezra, I spent 4 years here, took several classes, and the equipment we got to use this last year from the grant is exactly what we use in the workforce here, especially where I work at, and it benefited us greatly to be able to use that stuff.
I'll touch base with what they said. It's real fun. Spent 4 years in here. The equipment is exactly what you see in the workforce, maybe even better.
So each of you said you spent 4 years here. So when you were coming in as freshmen, what made you choose this area?
Well, other than it looking far better than all the other programs, I really enjoyed being in here. I heard good things about the program, and I'm just so glad I did.
I knew of some past students that had taken welding and were currently making quite a bit of money, and I knew that it was a career that's not going away anytime soon. I knew that would be able to provide for me and my future family.
What really pulled me in was there's a high demand for this skill job. And previous students talked to me and they're like, it's there, it's real, you're going to make all kinds of money. So I jumped on it.
So, you all had different reasons, a lot of what you heard, and obviously you all stuck with it for 4 years. It must have been a valuable, great experience for you through those 4 years. Now, since you've got out, tell us a little bit how this program has changed your life. How has it improved your life?
Well, I went from making $7.25 an hour to $13.57, somewhere in that range, which I doubled my money. And I use these classes that I learned, I use them to my advantage every day to help me do my job and to help me make my money.
Since I got out of high school, I've started working at Altec in Elizabethtown, where I weld full time. And if I hadn't taken these classes here, there's no possible way I'd be able to get that job and make the money I have now.
I'm working at Henderson and Lebanon, and what's really helped me in the workforce is Mr. Thomas constantly staying on us, telling us you've got to stay busy, work. And that's exactly how it is in life.
So I heard a lot of you say that people recommended this to you. You heard good things. Would you all recommend this to, we've got some 8th graders that are getting ready to come in. Right after that, we'll have other groups getting ready to come in. Would you recommend this to other students, to friends, to family? And I think the answer is going to be yes, obviously, because you all have been successful. But why would you recommend this to other people?
Well, mainly because this is the fastest way to get out of school and go straight into making money. You'll start with no college debt or nothing like that. You just straight into the workforce.
I suggested, I actually have a cousin that has just started taking welding in this program. And I suggest it because welding, like a lot of careers, can be changed to where you got robots now, but robots can't do everything in welding. They can't get into certain positions, and there's always going to have to be people to do those certain places.
The reason I'd suggest it is it's not just hard work, but you always have fun in it. Mr. Thomas makes it to where it's a real easy, sociable program.
So close it up, and I know you'll probably mention things you've already mentioned, but just this opportunity in general, what has this opportunity meant to you individually, but not only to you, but what has it meant to your family, and just basically you and your family? What's it meant to you?
It means everything. I don't know where I'd be if I wouldn't have took this program. I've enjoyed the time I spent here more than I have going places and being at the house. It means the world.
Taking this program has gotten me straight into a workforce that I can do from now until when I get ready to retire. And that has saved my family lots of money of having to go to college and pay off those debts for college.
This program has given me a very clear mindset and successful workforce.
So just in conclusion, we've got 3 wonderful students here, and this is 3 of many, Mr. Thomas would say. We've had a lot of great students come through here. Great students. This program's great. We have a great instructor. We feel very blessed to have all this equipment. So we're thankful to the state that we were a recipient of the Work Ready Skills Initiative. It's been a blessing to our community. It continues to help individuals. It continues to help families. And we're just excited about what has happened and what's going to happen in the future. Mr. Thomas, would you have anything else as we close out?
I would say, like we're geographically located. All of our industry that these kids are working at is 1 to 2 counties over. And with our new equipment, it helps our students be competitive with the students that are graduating right in those areas to be able to go out into the workforce right after graduation.
So I think it would be heartfelt from each of us here today that we say thank you. Thank you for making us a recipient of this, and you are changing lives. Hello, I'm Will Hodges. I'm superintendent of schools in the Greene County School District, and we're here today at Hendrickson in Lebanon, Kentucky. And one of the reasons we're here is in Greene County at our Area Technology Center. We have a welding program, a very successful program. And we send a lot of students that go to work here at Hendrickson, and we also have with us today Mr. Marty Basham. He also has a company there in Greene County, and he employs some of our students too. Have Mr. Randy Lawless, he's with Hendrickson, and he takes a lot of kids here that go to work for him. And we also have our main man, Mr. Stephen Thomas. He's over our welding program in Greene County. He does a great job, and I'm just going to let each of them tell you just a little bit about the company they're with, what they do, and what they're about.
Marty Basham, owner-operator of A&M Machine and Fab in Summersville. I'm a small machine shop, fabrication shop. I've used several students from the welding class. Been working with them for 2 to 3 years, and I've seen a lot of progress with the students through all this.
Again, I'm Stephen Thomas. I'm a welding instructor at Greene County at the ATC.
And I'm Randy Lawless, plant manager of Hendrickson, Lebanon, Kentucky. And we actually are a heavy truck suspension manufacturer.
So Randy, just you've worked with Greene County for ATC for several years. About how long have you worked with them as far as taking students here in your welding program?
About 4 or 5 years. We've actually been working together as a team to bring on students to work here at Hendrickson.
And Marty, you said about
2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years for you. And Mr. Thomas, I guess you've seen students here 4 to 5 years. With Marty, 2 to 3 years, probably several,
Yeah,
few other places too.
yes, and a great relationship with these guys and their companies. You know, they send us projects, they donate us a lot of material, and in turn gives them the opportunity to meet the students and do like an interview process while they're in school, and they know the students once they graduate and even while they're in school.
So how has the welding program helped meet the needs of your company? Marty, we'll just start with you.
I've noticed a change from 2 to 3 years ago to now as far as the skills. They seem to be a lot better skill level. They've met my needs better than, you know, I've seen them grow as I've grown.
Okay, it's been great for us. I mean, we pretty much take everybody that Steve graduates if we can get them. I mean, especially in today's labor market, tight labor market, not only what employees are available for hire, but it's nice to be able to get a student that comes out of school that actually has had a skill, a welding skill. And two, we've seen that it's helped us because for fabrication and welding, they already have a touch of what it's about when they come in. So we've really had good success with these students.
And as you all probably know, and we've just recently been awarded a Work Ready Skills Initiative grant. Our ATC's been under renovation. It's about a $1.5 million renovation, and as part of that renovation, our welding program has received, been able to purchase a lot of new equipment. So, you know, we're excited about this new equipment here in Greene County, but can you all tell us a little bit about how this new equipment will help your company?
In my business, if the students have done the different types of welding and used equipment that would be in a fab shop, it benefits me because they're not as green coming in. And with the new equipment that they've been able to purchase, that just gives them more notches, more reasons to hire them. They're just more equipped, skill-wise.
I guess my comment would be on that one, if you're going to be training students, you've got to have equipment, number one, and it's good to have this newer model of equipment too. So basically, when they get out in the workforce, especially for us too, they already are familiar with a lot of the newer equipment. That's what we're using today.
Mr. Thomas, anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, it's just nice to have equipment that matches what they're using now, so that there's not a big training gap in between, you know, them leaving the ATC and coming here. I don't know, it's less time for them to be training the guys. And it makes them more employable to their companies.
And so I'll just conclude by saying, you know, with this Work Ready Skills Initiative grant, you know, it has translated to new equipment, and through that new equipment it's translated to training for our students, and through that training it's translated to putting students to work, and that's what it's all about, putting students in a good environment, in a good place to, that they can support themselves and their families. So it's been very beneficial to Greene County and the surrounding areas. Welcome, we're here in Greensboro, Kentucky today, and I'm Will Hodges, current superintendent of Greene County Schools, and fortunate to be with our former superintendent, Mr. Jim Frank. And we have just went through a Work Ready Skills Initiative project, and it's been a very good project for our district, for our community, for our area. And Mr. Jim Frank, he played a pivotal role in all this, and I just wanted to get him in here today and let him share a little bit about the project. So tell us just the process, how this got started, and what it involved, and maybe who was involved.
Well, initially, when the grant came out, and we were honored to be a recipient of the first round of the Work Ready Skills Initiative, and when the grant came out, we just saw a tremendous opportunity there to renovate our facility, and more importantly, to modernize equipment to meet the needs of our local area industry, and and to provide students with well-paying jobs right out of high school. And on the initial application, of course, instructional supervisor Donna Patterson was involved. Of course, you were involved in it as finance director at the time, and Greene County ATC principal Dr. Leanne Wall, and welding instructor over there Stephen Thomas was a big part of the application as well. So we were honored to be chosen, and it's just a great opportunity for our students here in Greene County and the surrounding schools as well.
And specific areas, you mentioned new equipment. Specific areas received new equipment. Their programs were modernized. Can you touch on some of those programs that were affected by this project?
We tried to meet most of the sectors involved with the application process that were chosen by the Workforce Cabinet and the state. Those sectors included manufacturing and construction, as well as health services and automotive. And we tried to impact each of those programs. And so, as you said, we tried to streamline it as much as possible and use the funds as efficiently as possible. So we were able to purchase new equipment for all of those shops, industrial maintenance, welding, machine tool, as well as health services and automotive. So we impacted just about every program, and we think it'll make a tremendous difference in preparing students for those good paying jobs and just as importantly to meet the needs of our industry.
And as he said, it's been a great partnership, and we feel like, with the updates to the ATC and the equipment, the level of training is going to increase dramatically. And we know with that training, that's going to mean better jobs for our students, not only our students, but the other schools that we partnered with, and higher paying jobs. So that's what it's all about, giving those students this education and getting them out in the workforce and getting them a good job to help them and their families.
And another part of that too, we want a special thanks to Senator David Givens. He was instrumental in the application process and provided guidance and support all throughout that process, and we appreciate his help as well. And so it's an exciting time, and we're looking forward to see where it leads for the rest of our students.
It is exciting for our community, so once again we would just like to say thank you to the state and for giving our community here in Greene County, not just Greene County, but the surrounding county in Taylor and Campbellsville, the students that are involved there, just thank you for providing this opportunity for us.